Welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.
Okay, we're going to work on this Whirlpool washer that's going off balance. We're going to place the balance ring in the suspension plate. First, we're going to remove the agitator by taking the fabric softener out, also the plate, and I want to use a 7/16 to get that out. Okay, we just removed the cap. Now we're going to remove the 7/16 bolt that holds it on. And then we're going to lift the agitator up. This piece here, what this does is keep the agitator in line. Now we're going to tip it up to remove the transmission, because it'll make it easier for when we remove the skate plate. Okay, what we're going to do is remove the 3 1/2-inch mounting bolts off the transmission. First, I'm going to let loose the pump to get that out of the way, and it's just 2 clips. Usually you can do them by hand. Sometimes you have to use a screwdriver, and then you just put that off to the side and undo the motor wiring harness. Also, clip right here, all it does is you push on it and it releases. There's a tab. So then we're going to remove these 3 mounting screws. That's going to remove the transmission. Okay, what we're going to do is tip it back up and remove the cabinet now. First, you have to take a screwdriver and unscrew the 2 mounting bolts that hold the cabinet on, or hold the timer console on. Rotate it up, remove your lid switch wire, and then just put the screwdriver in there. Just pull forward and it releases the clips. Okay, we're going to grab the cabinet and just rotate it and move it off to the side. While we're here, I'm going to pop this close guard off just so I can get at the balance ring, and we'll do that first. You just push down and there's little clips you just pop off. Now we'll release the balance ring, will just pop right off. Push the balance ring on, you just put it on the top and then just turn. Alright, yeah, they're going the right way. Make sure it's pushed down. Now we can put the close guard back on. Push down. Okay. Now there is 3 of these straps we have to take off. There's a 1/4-inch screw on each one of them. Now what we're going to do is remove, there's 3 straps. We're going to remove the 1/4-inch screw and allow them to just fall down. There's another one over on this side, and there's one in the back. The one in the back has another spring that pushes it down, so we're going to have to remove that spring. And what that allows us now to do is rotate the entire, well, take the pressure switch hose off, and then we're going to rotate the entire drum out and expose the skate plate. What normally wears out are the pads here, and then there's pads on the bottom there's 3 more pads, and you can almost see there's kind of like a dusting of plastic, so we're going to replace those. We have to remove those ones first. And to remove them, you just take a screwdriver, just push it underneath and pry up. Now to put the new ones in, all you have to do is just press down, and that's it. And then now you can put your skate plate on. You want to make sure that it's just like that, and you want to be very careful when you put the tub back on that you don't disturb it, or you'll have to reposition it. Now you have to put your straps back on. I always like to put the back one on first because it's the hardest one to get to. And you don't want to forget to put your back spring back on. Now I'm going to put the cabinet back on. You want to rotate it. You're going to get the front in first, and gently guide it back. There's tabs on the bottom. You want to make sure that you always get your tabs back in. And also you never want to forget to hook up your pressure switch hose. And you put your 2 clips back in. And now you can also put your lid switch harness back in, and then you rotate your timer panel down. And you can also, since we don't have the access there no more, we can tighten up the screws for the timer panel. Okay, now I'm going to tip it back up and put the transmission back into place. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to rotate the pump back out of the way. I'm going to push this up because sometimes it falls. And now I'm going to put the transmission back into place. Okay, now I'm going to put the clip back in that holds the wiring harness and plug the wiring harness to the motor back in. I'm going to rotate the pump down, lock it back into the motor, and then there's the 2 clips, put those back in, and it goes in that hole, and then you twist to lock it in, and then just push up. And that is done. Now we're going to tip it back up. Okay, we're going to lift the lid. We're going to put the piece back on that keeps the agitator in place. And we're going to push the agitator down and secure it with the 7/16 screw. And we're going to put the cover back on. I'm going to Put your fabric softener back in, and now we're done. Just gotta plug it in.
Thank you for watching another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.